All right, so this is going to be knockouts here. So knockouts are pretty much just a market class in which you could just they have expiration dates, and it's kind of like futures and options in one once again. So you're gonna be able to see the expiration date after you place the order here. So you could choose either sell or buy by clicking the blue button for buys, and it's going to show you your take profit at the very top here. And then once again, you're going to see your stop loss, and then they have the different contracts on the left here as well. So different ones have different take profits and different stop losses. And as you can see, so the bigger the stop loss, the more money you're going to lose. But then the closer your take profit is, the faster you're going to make your money. But you could close at any time you want. So ideally, you want to just be playing with the one with the stop loss that makes sense for you.
Okay.
So yeah, because you don't want your stop loss like right there too close. But then you might want it a little bit further. But then you don't need your stop loss super duper far. So yeah, you could kind of choose like the second option most of the time, and that's pretty much going to be ideal, especially with the type of entries that we have, and that we take. It's definitely going to be very 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 easy. And once again, you're going to be able to go to Nadex and click on the knockouts in the top left, and then all the way to the right, it's going to be knockouts here. And then indices, the US 500, that's going to be the ES on the futures chart. And then we do have the US Tech 100, that's going to be the NASDAQ chart, also known as NQ. So you're going to be able to check that out. And then they have the Wall Street 30, also known as the YM or Dow Jones. So you need to check that one out too. And then they have the small cap 2000, which is also known as the RTY, also known as the E Mini Russell 2000. So yeah, not a lot of people play this one, but yeah, this is the thing.
What was the first one you said?
The first one is going to be the ES. So in the
Yeah.
knockouts, yep. So the US 500 is ES. So 500 is the is ES. US Tech 100 is the Nasdaq 100. Wall Street 30 is the YM Dow Jones, and small cap 2000 is the RTY.
Okay.
And then you do have some forex over here as well. So as you can see, if we check out the indices, this is kind of like the amount it costs. So let's say you had like a decent stop loss. So with our entries, we usually play with pretty tight stop loss. So um, you lose $76, $77 on this trade. So if you have $100, you'd be able to get in this. But if you hit take profit, you'd make $400. So it's extremely cool, and your risk to reward is pretty much already in place on certain ones. So it's actually very, 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 very nice. Certain ones, it's like 1 to 1. So I think this option is like a 1 to 3, 1 to 4. And then this option here is like a 1 to 2, which is still pretty good too. So like a more balanced stop loss, depending on the type of setup you want to play. So yeah, but ideally, once again, we can play with the tight stop loss with the type of entries that we have. Like up here, for example, if you shorted it from up here, tight stop loss, and you just catch the whole thing down, and you'd be able to pretty much have a $60 stop loss, but you can make up to $400, and that's per contract.
That's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, and then so they once again they do have forex too. Forex is super duper cheap. This is kind of like the dollar amount this cost here. So boom, less than $100 for URUSD and stuff like that. Um, Yeah, very, very cheap. It gets even cheaper for certain ones, USD JPY. Um, so yeah, you could definitely start up an account with like very, 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 very small amount of money, for sure. And you could scalp your way up on some Forex until you get on the indices and stuff like that. It's definitely you can easily find some setups on Forex too. So yeah, and then we also do have commodities, also known as oil. And then we do have, I recommend you stay away from oil, though, in my opinion, just because oil does have that Wednesday news. And with the current war stuff going on, oil is just a little more unpredictable to kind of tell when it comes to telling price action. So I really just recommend you stay on gold in the indices, in my opinion. Um,
Okay.
yep, gold is super cheap as well too. So gold, if you have like a smaller account, you could definitely boot up some gold for sure and just crush it. As you can see here, I'm pretty sure this is the low we identified. Let me get on the daily. Well, I don't know if it's gonna let me zoom out like this, but Still, I should you can still find a set of. Boom, boom, boom. I see prices deciding to match right here. So when price decides to break this low, you can get in for a trade, and your next take profit will probably be around here, matching with this candle here. So yeah, that's pretty sure that's a low we identified from Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. GC daily. Thursday the 22nd. There we go. And that's that daily candle. And then so as soon as we're gonna break up that, and you'll be able to go ahead and identify it. So even if like any chart, even without trading view, you're gonna just be able to get to the point where you can just eyeball certain things and just be like, okay, I see where price decided to bounce up. So when price decides to break from that level, then I can get in for the breakout. And it's just easy. No indicators are needed at all, in my opinion, in trading. Besides tape, order flow, and volume indicators. That's all I agree with personally.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, these are knockouts. You could definitely boot it up with a small account, kind of like futures and options at the same time. Let me go ahead and show you in real time here. Boom. Okay, there we
And we can
go.
mark up on here too,
Um,
or no? A little bit.
yeah, yes, yeah, you can. You should be able to draw your
Okay.
rectangle and stuff. Yeah, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can mark up on here. Yeah, it's not trading view, but you can mark up. I think it caps out at the daily too. Um, it doesn't look like price action goes too far back, but it's possible. You could definitely identify like eyeball some quick setups for sure. Depending on certain things, but I recommend trading view for sure. But
Okay.
But yeah, but once you've gone ahead and identified all of that and you got your setups in, then you can go ahead and just click on the contract that you want. So let me get on the smaller time frame so it makes some more sense.
And you said choose the second contract.
Yeah, so you're gonna be able to see your stop loss here. So one of them is gonna have a really tight stop loss. That's gonna be the one where you're gonna lose the least amount of money. So normally like the second one with like a decent stop loss is like that's going to be ideal. Because if your stop loss is too tight sometimes, then you're just going to get clipped out and just keep re-entering. So, and yeah, and you can still close whenever you want to. That's what's really cool about it. So if I place an order here, you're going to be able to see here. So this is when the contract expires. So I can hold this contract until tomorrow at 4:15,
Mhm.
and that's what's just going to happen. And then you're going to be able to see your P&L right here. And when the price action is going fast, it's really crazy. And once again, you're going to be able to see the
Yeah.
amount of money you're going to lose if price gets hit. So you don't even have to stress about that, honestly. So yeah, and yeah, you could set your take profit closer if you want. You can set it to pretty much whatever you want. Um, and then it'll go ahead and it will place a limit order down there. Or you could close that if you want. So yeah, you could just play, or you could just close yourself, or you could set your take profits up. So if it's very flexible, it's very, 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 very cool.
Okay.
And yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be the knockouts. And once again, it's kind of a combination of futures and options in once, and you can sign up on Nadex.